Morning everybody.
Good morning.
This week we're going to be looking at all the letters and sounds that we've already done to see how many you can remember. And our first one is...
What sound does that letter make? Can you remember? Do you remember the name of that letter?
Let's remind ourselves by singing our rhyme together. Please join in.
The snake is in the grass, the snake is in the grass. The snake is in the grass.
Well done everybody. Let's see if we can remember how we write that letter. Okay. When we see an S in our books, in our reading books, this is what it looks like. When we're writing, because we're really clever now, we can do an S like a grown-up would. Let's show you how.
So we start on the line and we go up,
Reading.
over, back around.
You have a go. Use your drawing fingers. Are you ready? Let's all do it together. We're going to start on the line. Lead in, up to the top, round and back again. Well done. Maybe you can have a go at writing it in your school book that we sent home to you or on your whiteboard. Well done.
I wonder what our next letter is going to be. Do you remember this letter? What's the name of that letter? Well done. What sound does it make? Good job. Do you remember how we write this letter?
So when we see a A in our reading books, it looks like this. But when we write it like a grown-up, we do it like this. Lead in, up to the top, round, up, down, flick. You have a go. Use your magic writing fingers to have a go. Let's do it together. Start at the top, round, up, down and flick. Well done. And maybe you can have a go at practicing that on your whiteboard or in your drawing book.
Shall we
Let's listen to our song so we can all remember our A phoneme.
Alright, everybody joining in.
Answer my arm, answer my arm, answer my arm, they're causing me alarm.
Well done everybody. And what's our next letter going to be? It's a... Well done.
That's right.
It's a T. Let's see if you can remember the phoneme or the sound that it makes. Well done. Let's listen to our rhyme. It's going to help us to remember this phoneme.
When I watch the tennis game, when I watch the tennis game, my head goes back and forth.
Done. Let's see if we can remember how to write it.
So when we read it in books, it looks like this. But because we're so good at our writing now, when we write it, we start with our lead-in line. We can write it like grown-ups. So our lead-in line goes up, and we go down to the line and a flick, and across through the middle. And it looks like that. See if you can have a go on your whiteboards or in the books that we gave you.
Well done.
And the next letter is, that's right, it's a P. And the sound that a P makes is P, P. Well done. Shall we see how we write this?
Okay, are we ready? Now, when we see it in our reading books, it looks like this. It's a bit cheeky because it goes below the line. But because we're going to write like grown-ups, when we write it, we're going to write it like this. Start on the line, lead in, go up to the top, all the way down underneath the line, back up and around and finish on the line again. Have a go with your magic writing fingers. Are you ready? Lead in, up to the top, down, back up and around. Well done. Have a go at writing it on your writing board or on your school book that we sent home to you.
Good job, everybody. Would you like to listen to the song? I think you do.
Puff out the candles on the pink, pink cake. Puff out the candles on the pink, pink cake. Puff, puff, puff.
Okay, and our next letter is, that's right, it's I. Can you remember the phoneme? Well done. Let's listen to our rhyme that will help us remember.
Pinky the mouse is my pet. She spilled the ink and got wet. The ink is spread all over the desk. Ink is wet.
Good singing. Well done.
Okay, now let's have a go at seeing how we write it.
So in books, when we read this letter, it looks like this. But when we write out this letter, we've got to write our lead-in line, like all of our grown-ups do. So we go up with the lead-in line, down to the line and around, and then a dot above it.
You're going to have a go, use your magic fingers to have a go. Ready? Start at the bottom, lead up, down, flip and dot. Well done. Have a go at writing it on your whiteboard or in your school book.
And the last letter that we're going to look at today is, the name of this letter is N. Well done. And who can remember the phoneme, the sound of this letter? That's right, it's N. Well done. Shall we listen to the song?
Hear the airplane, hear the airplane, hear the airplane, making lots of noise.
Well done. Let's have a go and see if we can write it now. So when we see it in our reading books, it will look like this. When we write it like a grown-up, we're going to start at the bottom, we're going to remember our leading, right to the top, back down, up the same line. Oh, this is a bit tricky. Over, down and flick. Ready to give it a go? Get your magic writing fingers. Ready? Start at the bottom, lead up and down, back up, over, down and flick. Well done. Have a go at doing that on your whiteboard or in your school book. Well, that's all today. You've done really well. Now don't forget to go on Purple Mash because there's an activity for you to have a go at. Bye. We'll see you again tomorrow.